at 6. Before we get to today's top stories, we got to get you out the door for that Monday. Taking a step outside, it feels great out there. Right now sitting at 59, for example, over in LaBelle, the same in Clewiston, 64 Punta Gorda, 63 Lehigh Acres, 65 over in Fort Myers, 67 over in Naples. Now we had a front clear over the weekend, and that brought in some cooler, drier air. So that means the dew points or our humidity are looking nice and low. Very refreshing with the dew points just under 60 degrees. Clouds and radar sweeping across nice and clear. Now we don't have too breezy of a day ahead of us, but as we move through the week, we are looking at breezier conditions building in. For today, the winds coming more out of the east-northeast, anywhere between about 5 and 10 miles per hour. Hour by hour as we head into the afternoon, we're going to see mostly sunny skies, dry conditions, and highs capping out near 88 degrees. Plenty of sunshine. We are not expecting any rain for today, but how much longer is this great forecast going to last? I do have your 7-day forecast coming up in about 15 minutes, so you'll want to stick around for that answer because it's going to be a good one. I also have to get you out. Good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm meteorologist Lauren Petrelli with Fox 4. Before we get to some of your top stories for today, gotta get you a check of that Monday forecast. Conditions, not tracking any rain. I really do think the temperatures and our breezy conditions are going to be the big weather headline, not just for today, but as we move forward for the rest of your work week. Here's why. Temperatures right now starting off very comfortable. 59 over in LaBelle, 59 in Clewiston, 64 Punta Gorda, 62 Lehigh Acres, 65 over in Fort Myers, 67 in Naples, where we just gave you that live look. We had some cool, dry air move through over the weekend, and that's keeping our humidity nice and low. Dew points are in the upper 50s, near 60, so it's refreshing outside. Clouds and radar sweeping across the nice and clear, and for today, the winds coming more out of the east-northeast, anywhere between 5 and 10 miles per hour, even through the afternoon. But breezier conditions will build through for the rest of the work week. And as we head into the afternoon, we're looking at a bit of a warm-up. Still fairly comfortable because of that lower humidity, but highs going to cap out near 88 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Not expecting any rain for today. We're going to talk about how much longer this sunshine and these temperatures will last. That's ahead in your full 7-day forecast. First,
jacket. It will warm up though, right, Lauren?
Oh, it will, Amy. You can tell we are Florida girls because I had the seat warmers on this morning, and there really is no reason for that. It's nice outside. Also starting to pick up, and so are our temperatures. You can see what I'm talking about when I say Amy and I, we might be kind of babies. Right now sitting at 59 over in Clewiston, but Cape Coral, where we just gave you that live look, sitting at 67 degrees, 65 over in Fort Myers, 66 down in Naples. But it's the humidity that makes it feel so refreshing outside. We had a front move through over the weekend, pulling in some drier air, so those dew points are near 60, so it feels downright refreshing. Clouds and radar sweeping across nice and clear, so we're not tracking any rain, and we do have breezier conditions building in later on this week. But for today, wind speeds relatively calm, coming more out of the east-northeast, anywhere between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Hour by hour as we head into the afternoon, there's that warm-up that Amy was hinting to. Highs will cap out near 88 degrees under mostly sunny skies. We're going to talk a little bit more about how much longer the weather like this is going to stick around in your full 7-day forecast in just a little bit. Off cool, or as Amy and I would like to stay, a little chilly this morning. Hour by hour as we head into the afternoon. That sunshine, though, going to help us warm up with highs above average. How much longer this fantastic weather is going to last? That's ahead in your full 7-day forecast.
Blockbuster movies, isn't it?
I think so.
Crazy.
I've been trying to make it to the movie theaters for weeks now,
yeah,
but not to see Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
No, same. I love Taylor, but yeah, same. I want to see like some scary movies.
See the Exorcist movie.
Girl, it's a date.
Are we on?
Yeah,
okay.
Just tell baby Cole to hold on for a second.
Listen, mom doesn't scare easily, so baby Cole, he's just like has to get used to the spooky season love.
I love it.
That's how we're going to do Amy and I's date that we're going to plan during the commercial break.
To remove thousands of pieces of coral from the water in the Florida Keys. Meteorologist Lauren Petrelli spoke to a biologist, who is part of the effort. So, Lauren, explain to me, why are they doing this?
Yeah, so this is all in response to the water crisis that we're seeing in waterways really across the world, but also here in our state. The Florida Keys, for example, over the summer, they saw record-breaking water temperatures in the triple digits at times. So coral biologist Jess Sandelli talked to me, and she's explaining how they moved the coral to nurseries and then what the next steps are. You want to don't know. I think it'll be hot for some of us, but the saving grace is the humidity. The humidity's going to stay nice and low, so at least it's not going to be hot. Things nice and quiet over at the marina. Great for any of the boaters that want to head out on the water. Here are the comfortable temperatures that Amy was just hinting to. 59 over in Clewiston, 61 LaBelle, 66 down in Naples, where we just gave you that live look, 65 over in Fort Myers, 63 over in Punta Gorda. We had a front clear out over the weekend, and that pulled in some dry air, so that's why those dew points are nice and low. They're near 60, so with the humidity, it feels refreshing outside, and clouds and radar sweeping across nice and clear. You could ditch the umbrella. We're not going to need it for today. Breezy conditions will build in through the work week, but for today, wind speeds looking relatively calm, coming more out of the east-northeast, anywhere between 5 and 10 miles per hour. And then there's that afternoon warm up, mostly sunny skies with a high of 88 degrees. So we have a touch of fall this morning, warming up through the afternoon. What's in store for the rest of the work week? We'll talk more about that ahead in your full 7-day forecast. First, I want to get forecast this morning. It's fantastic. Temperatures right now ranging from the upper 50s to the upper 60s in certain spots, but a warm up's on the way. How hot are we talking? I have your full 7-day forecast just ahead. I love that alliteration.
Free Fry Friday, and there's something about McDonald's French fries, right? There's something about them.
Yeah, but do you like them when they're kind of golden and crispy, or there's some people who like them when they're like a little soggy? You know what I'm talking about? Where they're like...
No, I don't like them soggy.
No.
I want them hot, not too overcooked.
Yeah.
So it's like a fine line, you know? It's a very fine line for me.
People are particular about their French fries.
They are.
Just saying.
They're my favorite, though.
Yeah, well, hopefully you're not too picky with you. And so right now, this is a live look and kind of tell you what you can expect if you haven't taken a step outside. Right now, 63 Nocatee, 64 over in Port Charlotte. As we move down to Lee County, 67, which is where we just gave you that live look, 66 over at San Carlos Park, 63 Orange Tree, and 64 down in Lely. As we work our way inland, we even have the upper 50s on the map right here. So sitting at 59 over in LaBelle. We had a front clear through over the weekend, and that brought in some dry air. So dew points currently going to be in the upper 50s, near 60. So it feels downright refreshing outside. Clouds and radar sweeping across nice and clear. So we are not tracking any rain, and it should stay that way as we head through the rest of the afternoon. But we are going to be talking about that warm up a little bit more. That's ahead in your full 7-day forecast. Before we get to that, though, I also have to help you
at my house.
Target pizza.
Because my little ones, if sometimes you ever go to Target, you can get the little pizzas there. And they're Pizza Hut, and it's one of their favorite things to do while mommy shops is munch down on a pizza.
But it keeps them nice and distracted,
nice
so
and
mommy
quiet.
can shop.
Yes, but it's Target pizza.
So thank you, Target Pizza and Pizza Hut.
Yeah, exactly.
Helping moms out there everywhere.
I'm giving you all the tips, Lauren.
Oh, I am writing them down, don't you? Wherever you're going, at least you have...
Up to remove thousands of pieces of coral from the water in the Florida Keys. So Lauren's here to talk to us about her conversation with the biologist who's part of this effort. It sounds interesting to me that they're taking the coral out of the water.
Yeah, they're doing this because it's in response to a thermal crisis we're seeing in waterways really across the entire world, but also here in our state. Just in the past summer, buoys over in the Florida Keys were registering record-breaking water temperatures in the triple digits at times. So coral biologist Jess Sandelli is explaining to me how they moved those pieces of coral to nurseries and then the next steps for them to get out there. And I'm with you. It feels like a Monday. I'm hoping this forecast really just cures those Mondays for you because conditions build in through the work week. So if you wanted to head out on the boat for today, going to be absolutely perfect. Those temperatures, though, going to be the big weather headline for the next couple of days. Right now sitting at 63 in LaBelle, the same Punta Gorda, Lehigh Acres, 66 Fort Myers, 65 down in Naples, which is where we just gave you that live look. A front moved through over the weekend, pulling in dry air, dropping the humidity down to a refreshing level. Dew points right now are near 60. We will see that humidity slightly tick up through the work week. Clouds and radar really matches up with that live look, sweeping across nice and clear, and we'll see mostly sunny skies with a high of 88 degrees as we move through the rest of your Monday afternoon. So really warming up compared to what we're going to see from this morning. But how much longer is this weather going to keep up? When could we see rain again? I'll answer all of that ahead in your full 7-day forecast. Very comfortable this morning, but we will warm up into the afternoon. Thankfully, lower humidity will make it feel a little bit better with feels like temperatures right on point with 87 degrees. However, how long could we see this warm weather stick around? It is fall after all. We'll talk about that ahead in your full 7-day forecast. First, though, I do want to give.
Right. Salem is a very cool, interesting place to visit if you ever head up to Massachusetts. I was born and raised in Massachusetts, so we would venture there sometimes.
It is on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I'm going next year.
Yes.
Weird fact, through the whole family history tree, my
Yeah.
husband is related to Sarah Good, which was one of the witches.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I know. Isn't that super cool?
Did you learn that through like ancestry or something?
Yes, that's
No
how,
way.
yes,
Did
that's
you
how
really?
he figured it all out.
That's so cool.
Now we have to go.
Now you definitely-
You want to go anywhere when you have views like definitely not seeing the upper 50s like we were on the board, but still very nice out, gorgeous out there. So let's do a quick little temperature tour to give you a better idea as to what you're dealing with for today. Right now sitting at 67 over in Nocatee, 68 over in Punta Gorda, working our way into Lee County, sitting at 72 in Cape Coral, so a little warmer. We just gave you that live look. 66 down at San Carlos Park, 71 in Naples, 66 in Immokalee, and as we move through our inland areas, also sitting at 66 in Palmdale and also Hall City. Now we had a front move through over the weekend, pulling in some dry air, so at least that dropped those dew points to the upper 50s near 60 degrees. So humidity-wise, it feels refreshing outside. Clouds and radar sweeping across nice and clear for all of us, and we're looking at mostly sunny skies and no rain as we head through the rest of your Monday. But we will be warming up. Today's highs will cap out near 88 degrees. How close this is to breaking records for this time of the year and how long will warm weather stick around? I have that answer ahead in your full 7-day forecast. The afternoon, those temperatures going to be above average, but the humidity is going to make it feel a little bit better. We're going to talk more about how long this lower humidity sticks around ahead in your full 7-day forecast.
My first child, I was confused about that. Like, wait, am I supposed to do this now? Luckily, my pediatricians told me what to do.
So many choices as a new parent,
Yes.
not even when it just comes to formula, just everything. It is a lot.
Overwhelming. You know what? Today is a great day for new parents or even grandparents. Get outside and take a walk, because look at that weather.
You cannot complain.
Oh, so organizations are teaming up to remove thousands of pieces of coral from the water in the Florida Keys. So our meteorologist, Lauren Percelli, spoke with a biologist. She's part of this effort. So why are they doing this, Lauren?
Yeah, Amy, so this is all in response to a thermal crisis we're seeing really globally, but also in our state of Florida. For example, just this past summer, some of the buoys in the Florida Keys, they registered record-breaking heat when it came to those water temperatures in the triple digits at times. So coral biologist Jess Sandelli spoke to me. She's explaining how they took the coral, took it to nurseries, and then what's next for that coral. So we are actually going to catch up with her in just a little bit. Sandelli explained to me that her team is possibly going to go back down to the Keys, and what they're going to do is they're going to assess the water temperature. They're really hoping things do cool down starting this month, so they'll be able to take some of that coral and put it back into the water. Amy? On the water right there. Now, I was just talking about that warm up. You could see it with our current temperature map right now, sitting at 70 over in LaBelle, the same in Immokalee, 71 down in Naples, which is where we just gave you that live look, 70 Fort Myers, 68 over in Punta Gorda. Now, a front moved through over the weekend, pulling in some dry air. That dropped the humidity. Dew points right now are near 60 degrees, so it feels pretty refreshing outside. So as we warm up, at least that humidity is on our side. Clouds and radar sweeping across nice and clear, but I do think the big weather headline today, since we're not expecting rain, going to be the temperatures with the lower humidity. As we head into the afternoon, by 3 o'clock, we'll see those temperatures close to 86 degrees. With the lower humidity, feels like temperatures pretty on par with that, but how much longer will we see these warm temperatures coupled with the low humidity? That answer is ahead in your full 7-day forecast.
Such a good time. If you've never been, you got to go check it out. I've been going to that because, you know, grew up locally, so I've been going to it for many, many, many years. It's a good time.
And you have the German ties as well. We had our own personal translator here for a moment with that one girl. What did she say?
She said she thought that it was a wonderful Oktoberfest, and she thought it turned out very nice.
I love that. Yeah, one of the things that surprised me the most when I moved to Southwest Florida, how big the German American community is here, and they had
huge.
fantastic weather.
Over
the weekend.
I know. Bring it on in. You wonder why everyone flocks here.
Oh yeah. So
I'll take it too. And don't forget, Tuesday of next week is Halloween, so work on all of the spookiness on your house and the costumes and all that fun stuff. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow.